But anyways, this is Sunday morning here in Vegas. Yeah, you know, the better shot to getting the new Jeep is to be shooting for it next year, not this year. Forget about this year. And the odds of me buying a Jeep are probably 1% out of 100 this year. Next year, probably 2%. But next year would be a better year to attempt it. Because ideally, I could go down to the dealer with 3 trade-ins. You know what I'm saying? I would trade in 2 of my cars and my Jeep and let the dust settle where it may. Yeah, but let me just tell you something, man. That 392, okay? Motor. That trip cost me I don't know the numbers. I didn't really look at them, but that trip to BC cost me probably $500, $600. Well, let me tell you something. With the 392, you can add another 50%. So it would have cost about $900 with the 392 motor. That's how much worse the mileage would be. Something to consider. The plates are high, insurance is high. All kinds of shit like that too, boss. Plates are probably $900, $800, $900 a year. It's a $100,000 vehicle. 110,000 with sales tax. Plates on a $110,000 vehicle are about $800-900. Unless it's electric, then it'll probably be $1,500. They charge more for the registration on electric vehicles, way more, because they know they're not going to collect any money from you at the gas pump on the sales tax, on state taxes on fuel. So they get you at the DMV for the license plates. License plates on my $70,000 Tesla are $1,150 or something like that. But if that was a gasoline car, they would probably be about $700. Like I said, they're not going to get you at the gas pump, so they get you at the DMV with the electric car. You know, I love my Tesla, but I'm telling you, man, I would not get that Cybertruck. That's a piece of junk. But in any case, the Tesla's good, but only around town and short trips, say 300 miles. You take that on a long fucking trip like I did just recently, and you're gonna have 8, let's say you cut it in half. Let's just say you went to Montana. You're gonna have 8 8 stops there, 8 stops back. And 2 out of that 8 stops, you're gonna have to unhitch your trailer. And each one of those stops, on average, is 40 fucking minutes. So it adds 320 minutes to your trip. I don't know if you want to do the math there, but that's about 5 to 6 hours longer to do that road trip with an electric car versus a gasoline vehicle. When I do a long trip and I start considering taking the Tesla, the first thing I think about is, do you want to make 8 fucking stops? That's, for example, 8 stops, 40 minutes each, and add 5 hours to the trip? And that's one way. That's another 5 hours on the way back. Yes, sir, folks. This is mathematics here. This ain't rocket science. The math says electric vehicles are not good for long trips. Now, if you're just taking your backpack with a pair of hiking shoes and a hydration bottle, perhaps. But I'm towing a trailer with mountain bikes, dirt bikes, street bikes. So my range goes down considerably. I mean, if you don't take, for me, if I don't take my mountain bikes, at the very least, it's pointless for me to go. Green, does that make sense, guys? I'm not going. Look up. I mean, if you, let's just say you took a suitcase full of clothes and the hiking shoes and the hydration bottle or whatever to do this trip. You're staying at hotels. To do a long trip, that particular, let's compare apples to apples, okay? For that trip, that long trip that I just made 8 stops, you're still going to have to make at least 4 or 5 stops, even if you just take a backpack with a pair of hiking shoes. Now, I will still take my Tesla on short trips to, say, southern Utah. For sure. But on long trips, we're gonna have to stick with gasoline because there's just, you don't want, you might be able to handle it on the way up the stops, barely. But on the way back, when you want to get home and you just extended your trip by 5 hours, that stings, brothers. I don't care if you're Judas Priest. That's a stinger. If you know what I mean, guys. Just a beautiful day. There's a Uber driver. driving at 5, I guess it's about 6 o'clock. Oh, fuck, I forgot my watch. Well, fuck me all the hell. I did forget something this morning. I don't really need the watch, I guess. I got my phone in my pocket. I do like this. I'm dressed appropriately. This truck was here yesterday. Man, that's pretty. Man, I don't know about those, man. The camper on back of a pickup. It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of sway, and that's a big chunk of fuel to have that thing on your truck. Making sure the coast is clear. GoPro, stop recording.